This week I have a love card, and it has some pretty butterflies and flowers here on this beautiful, it's called Handmade Memories paper pack, and we've got some very pretty scrapbooking dazzles, and I show you how you can use them on a card, and a very cool technique with some vellum and some pearls added on, so please stay tuned. Today I'll be using some pearls. These are self-adhesives. It's 72 per pack. I've used some already, but of course in the bundle there will be a full set for you. For a set of vellum papers, and there are 4 papers. It's regular, dot, swirl, and heart. I'll also be using the Kindred Flowers Dazzles. These are scrapbooking dazzles, so there are 3 sheets of stickers in here, and there's some project ideas to go along with them. There's an image of all the stickers you're getting. And then the Handmade Memories paper pack. Comes with 12 papers. Here's just a very quick glimpse at these pretty papers. Now this is the Stamp Camp 2 paper pack, and there are 24 double-sided sheets, 2 each of 12 different designs. And as you can see, they are double-sided here. I just wanted to show you this real quick. I'm not using it today in my project, but it is included in today's bundle. So you can see there's a lot of different patterns in here, perfect for card making, and there's also some example projects that you can kind of get some inspiration from. Alright, so let's get started on my project. So first I've got my blank white card. This is 6.5 inches wide by 5 inches tall, and I've cut out a piece of paper to fit the front of my card, and to do that you can simply place your card on the back of your chosen paper, trace around and cut, or if you're really savvy with your X-Acto knife, you can just hold the card down and cut straight along your sides of the card. So that's what I did, and here we have, just want to show you where I got this piece out of. So I didn't line up the card flush with the edges of the paper. I have it in about a 1/2 inch and up about maybe 2 inches, and so that's just positioning it so that these butterflies aren't cut off in an awkward way. So I'm going to set that piece aside, and I'm going to glue this right to the front of my card, just like this. Now that this is all glued down, what I'm going to do is open my card onto my craft mat so that the front flap is flat on my mat. I'm going to take my knife here, and you can see there's these little rays that end in V's, so these are kind of like sun rays kind of coming out of the corner here. What I'm going to do is use these white lines of the design to guide my X-Acto knife in cutting these out, and I'm not going to cut all the way to the corner, just to an end of the design that kind of makes sense. Probably this green line would probably be the stopping point for me. So you can do this freehand, or you can use a clear acrylic ruler that has a metal edge. Metal edge is highly recommended for keeping your ruler from getting accidentally cut. So you can just line it up here carefully, and I'm going to cut through both the paper and the cardstock of the card, and I'm not going to go through the butterfly. I'm just going to make 2 strokes here, and I'm going to keep on cutting all of these rays, and I'll show you at the end what this looks like. So here are all of the openings that I've cut out, and I also have a piece of dotted vellum here, and this fits on my card, but what I'm going to do is glue it behind here so that the shapes here will have the vellum kind of poking through. So I'm just going to apply some glue stick just around the edges of my card and glue on my vellum. You don't need too much. Okay. There we go. Alright. What I've done now is covered the inside with this pink, really pretty handwriting and flourish pattern paper, and there is a white border around the edge, so I did cut it to be just slightly smaller than the card and just glued it down. So now when I close my card, I can see a bit of the pink through the vellum, which is translucent, so I think that's really pretty. So now I'm going to add some Dazzles to the front of my card. Alright, I finished my Dazzles. So I've done a collection of flowers here. These are several Dazzles just kind of strung together. On the vellum pieces I have some more little flowers and the word love here. I can show you on these sheets which flowers I use just so you get an idea. The main one is this one, which is right here in the corner, and then I have added onto it this one, which is set right here, and the rest are just medium and small little flowers, which you see I have peeled off of my sheets here. Okay, so now that I'm done adding my pretty Dazzles, I'm going to add some of the La Creme adhesive pearls. So here you can see where I've placed my pearls. I've done some medium ones in the larger flowers and the small ones in most of the rest of the flowers except for the very teeny ones. So I've just been selective here, and you can see how pretty that looks. And then right now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of chalk. Now this is a chalk set. There's 30 shades in this set. It's by Pebbles, and I'm going to go ahead and use this. So the way this works is it has this little alligator clip here. I'm going to take the plastic off, and each of these colors has little puff balls, cotton balls. So I'm going to grab this with my alligator clip, and that's your applicator. So you just kind of rub your little poof ball in the chalk, and I'm just going to kind of rub it over my Dazzles here just to add some very faint color, and that will go well with my nice pale color scheme. So I'm just going to add some color here, and I'll be right back. So I've just done a faint shading around the flowers and then filling in a few of the flowers here, and it just adds a bit of color and definition to my Dazzles. And I've just gone and just kind of lightly wiped on top of the black parts with a dry paper towel just to get the excess chalk off, and the chalk stays pretty well, so you don't have to worry too much about it rubbing off. Okay, so now I am done with my card, and on the inside what I've gone ahead and done is just placed a large floral dazzle here and a little corner accent down here in the left corner. So when you close the card, those things will be hidden, but you can still kind of see through these little windows here, and then open it up. And you could write a little greeting here. It would look pretty nice kind of peeking through these little windows. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card. Please stay tuned for this week's bundle, and I will see you again next week. First in today's bundle we have the Handmade Memories paper pack. Comes with 12 pieces of paper, and here are the 6 different designs. So let me just show you the packaging really quick. We've got really nice project ideas on the front and on the back, and there's just a guide to all of the different designs of paper. These are not double-sided, these are single-sided. The back is white. Here is the first sheet. It's got a really nice brown border around it and this beautiful ornate corner. Then we have this really pretty pink textured design. a lovely stripe which complements all the colors in this set. This is a quilted Oliver pattern. Kind of a crazy quilt there. Brown texture with some flourishes. And this is one of my favorites, this really pretty light blue flourishes paper. Those are all 12 sheets in this set. Next we have the Kindred flowers. Dazzles, and these are the scrapbooking dazzles, so you can use them for scrapbooking, but you can also use them for card making. Let me just show you the project ideas here on the back, how to use them, and this is a really nice image of all the dazzles. Let me get a little bit closer look at that. And there we go. There's Harmony, Joyful, Postcard, Love, Cherish. It's the little things, and really lovely collection of birds, flowers, swirls, lots of flourishes, corner treatments, and borders. So these dazzles will go quite a long way. Here's just a preview of what they look like in person. So they come on these 3 larger sheets, and they peel off very easily. If you're not familiar with dazzles, it's just like that. The material is quite flexible and durable, so don't have to worry about ripping them too much. Then we also have this sheet, these 4 sheets of vellum. So this one's a pretty heart and dot pattern. Some swirls. This is an all over dot, and just plain white vellum. Very useful. And last but not least, a pack of these La Creme adhesive pearls. So they are kind of a champagne color. 72 pieces in this pack and 3 different sizes. This is the Stamp Camp 2 paper pack, which is also offered in the bundle. It's kind of a bonus. I didn't use it on the card, but you'll see on the pack here there are tons of different prints that would go really, really well with the other items in the bundle. So it's a very wide variety of prints, and they're 6x6, and as you can see there are some project ideas here on the covers, and these are all the designs you're getting here in this really cute paper pack. So there's 24 sheets in here, 2 each of 12 designs, and they are double-sided. So just wanted to show you that too.